Welcome, Pisces, to your February 15th through the 20th reading. Hope your friends are doing great out there. Welcome back, all subscribers. Anyone new, welcome, welcome. And cross watchers, of course. Okay, guys, let's get in here and see what is going on with you in this beautiful mid-month. Best message coming out. Best message. We're talking about that desire and power. I like that. The desire and power going on. Maybe even some hidden fantasies. Some of you. I'm planting those seeds. I'm planting those seeds over here. 7 of Pentacles. Let's see what's going on. Cups. Not fighting it. Avoiding any kind of ending that's going on. Really looking at those pentacles that you have, all those ideas, all of those things that you want, all those new projects, whatever you're investing over here. It's like I'm looking at these for my overall satisfaction, but I'm not going to fight it anymore. So it does feel like you're not going against the grain, or you don't want to fight with this person anymore. It feels like I want to build on this. I put in too much time and too much effort into this situation. So I just really want my contentment. I really just want this to work out. It could be a reconciliation with the Ace of Wands. So it is kind of like I have the inspiration and the desire to make this work. I want to create this place of peace. I want of stability, emotional stability with the 9 of Cups. It's like I've put in too much, invested too much time, energy, heart, and soul into this, sweat, grime, however, whether it's a love situation or a work situation or a project. But it does feel like whatever it was, it feels like you were working against the grain. There was a lot of conflict when it came to this situation. It's almost like I want to get rid of this conflict and continue to keep letting this grow. So wanting this accomplishment, finding this solitude, and just really craving for things to come back around. So it might even be you're breaking patterns and rebuilding the connections into a healthier foundation. Okay, whatever it is. It does feel like it's more like with somebody, because there is this place of, this is where I want to feel my rewards. I feel more comfortable. I want us to feel comfortable together. So it might be that you are dreaming about this love situation, right? Rebuilding this, having this come back around. Really feeling like there was some difficult options when it comes to this situation. But like I said, being at peace within this situation. I want this peace. I want us to reconnect. So I'm going to use this as a love situation because it does really feel like it's a partnership, whether it's a friendship or a love situation. But however it is, this connection, right? And I really want to rebuild this connection. I want this to be this spark of life, feeling like you're inspired and that you have this flame going over here. So really wanting to invest maybe even more time, more energy into the physical piece of this relationship, giving more, considering it kind of a makeover with the 9 of Pentacles, wanting the grass to be green again the way it used to be, and really putting your wish out there. So it does feel like you are working hard on making this relationship better. Okay, rebuilding this. Maybe even formulating a new plan about the situation with the 2 of Swords, making it for some kind of goal that you have because you really want this to go in the direction of where your heart's desire is with the Ace of Wands. Passion's ignited, right? So it does feel like you would have that passion's ignited going on. So really reaching out to fix this with all your, kind of like all your heart and soul over here. So they just have this grounding energy. So it says go deep and explore your roots within the situation. So there's that kind of 2 of Pentacles, 2 of Swords again, where it's kind of like I'm exploring this. I'm kind of at a deadlock. I'm going to have to make some choices. I want to know how I'm going to deepen this relationship. I need to figure out how we're going to work out these weeds within this relationship so that we can get back to where we are, right? So feeling like you really, want to do this. It almost feels like maybe you've outgrown each other in some ways, but now you want to grow back together with the Empress and the Nine of Pentacles, right? So it's like we've outgrown each other, but I want to learn how to grow back to the relationship that we had. Remind you guys, if it's not you, it could be the other way around. Energies are fluid, so that would mean that your person wants to come back around to you. Okay, so beginning of a new cycle. Right? So this is beginning of a new cycle, because this is where I'm saying my heart's passion is ignited for you again. So I want to take the first steps again. I want to redo this. I want to rebuild this. I want a new beginning. So this is some kind of turning point within your mind, within your heart, that says, I don't want to be without you. I want this relationship. It feels more romantic. Okay, if it's not a romantic relationship, then it's trying to reform, a friendship, right? And if it's none of the above, and you guys say it's not even a romantic relationship, it could just be some collaborative project then with a partner. Okay, we really need to finish this up, but I do have the inspiration to get back together so we can wrap this up, right? Instead of being on separate pages. I just feel like whatever the situation is, you're choosing not to leave this situation. Like, I don't want to leave this situation. I want to build this situation. I don't want, to be away from you. I don't want to, even though we may have outgrown each other in certain situations, I would like to rebuild with you. Uncovering the troubles. So you do have uncovering the treasures over here. Beneath the surface lies great bounty. And it's almost like you're saying, you are my treasure, I know you're my treasure. I know we can work these things out. It doesn't have to be over. Put all the snide remarks, put all the, the roller coaster events behind us so that we can now move and grow back to, to each other. Because I've invested a lot of time and love into this relationship, or time and energy, no matter what the situation is. Right? So it's just kind of like having that recognition, right? It's like I'm recognizing where I really want my world to be. There's a lot of wholeness and a lot of completion, but there's also going to be a lot of patience over here and a lot of healing. So it does feel like, as we're healing the situation, I want to have this come back around with you. See how they feel about the situation. Now, mind you, like I said, if it's them who's saying it, then this is going to be on you. Right? Because it can only be one way or another. So let's see. Let's see what your partner has to say over here. Ooh, a lot of pain. A lot of heartache. There was a lot of heart. Ouch. Could have even been a divorce and you're deciding you don't want a divorce. Or they're afraid it's gonna lead to divorce. However it is, they're very, very upset. Heartbreak. They felt like there was a lot of temptation and a lot of toxicity within this relationship. There's the arguing and the name calling, or however it is, right? But they have the resistance to change, meaning that they're not ready to move on either. They want the Ace of Cups with you as well. Okay, but they are the wounded warrior. So, and they do feel like they have to put up these boundaries. They do feel like they have to have boundaries when it comes to you, or that the two of you should have boundaries together until you guys can get back to the Ace of Cups. So it is saying that they do want to fix this with you, but there is a lot of heartache, okay? And but they do feel like, there's, a lot of resisting to want to change, a lot of resisting for moving on from you. They really do want to fix this. They do want to celebrate and come back to you and collaborate with the situation, meaning they do want to have the heart-to-heart conversation with you. But right now, it just feels like there's so much anxiety and worry about the Ten of Swords to the Nine of Swords to the Ten of Swords. There's so much anxiety and worry that they're not sure what they want to do right now. Right? So they don't have the strength or the courage right now to come towards you. Okay? So it just feels like, yeah, okay, that's fine, right? But I don't know really what to say at this time. So they may be kind of cold at this time, right, about this commitment, this relationship, okay? Because I do feel like it's a backsliding relationship. If everything's going against the grain, they don't want to come and talk about the situation because they don't want to make it worse. They think it'll make it worse if they come and say anything to you. So that's what it looks like. A lot of them are just, yeah, they're just lack of confidence. They don't know what they're doing at this time, but they are kind of keeping the healing alive within themselves and trying to keep the hope and calm that this will be fixed. But right now, they just feel like they need to isolate themselves away. So you may feel like they're ghosting you at this time. Okay, someone's, or like I said, if this is your energy, then you are like, okay, fine, but I'm going to ghost you at this time. Like I said, energies intermix. But that is exactly what it is, right? So they're just not really 100% sure where everything's going to lie at this time. So they're just pretty much, like I said, kind of setting their own boundaries and kind of ghosting, and being very moody, and very maybe cold about the situation. Okay, so Spirit says, though, you do have the solar light upgrade, solar plexus chakra, inner fire, and willpower. Keep that solar light and that solar plexus going. And that's kind of crazy because that's like the same here, right? It's saying you have the strength, you have the inspiration, you have the power, and there it is there, right? So it does says soul star activation, fulfilling soul contracts, remembering who you are. Ooh. So, like I said, for some of you, you might be thinking they're getting a divorce or may want a divorce, however the situation is, but then somebody doesn't, right? I don't see them wanting this though. I see them just saying, I'm not moving on from this yet, but I also see a lot of confusion right now as well. So, okay. Lots of confusion. Okay, and that was it for you, my friends. Until next time.